All right, so last week, lesson 6, you guys had to deal with the acceleration stuff. Hopefully you figured that out. You had basically the code to deal with that. At the very end of the video, I gave you the final thing just to get it going. We might have gotten stuck somewhere trying to get it moving the way it was supposed to for the assignment. Keep in mind that, once again, this is just vectors. Remember what vectors actually are. So for the assignment from the extra challenge from week 6, or sorry, the assignment from week 6 was to get the object to initially move to the right and then accelerate, and then slow down, stop, but then move faster back to the left and come back to the edge of the platform again. Remember that in order to make that happen, you just had to change a few things. If you had the general code, and once again, my code's a little different here than yours was, I'm going to talk about that for your next assignment for tomorrow, but basically the code's the same. Really, once you had the rest of the code and it would accelerate across the platform starting from rest, there's only a couple things you needed to change. Got to think about this in terms of vectors. So initially, what did you want to have happen? Well, initially you wanted it to be moving across the platform at some speed. So we needed to give it some initial velocity in the x direction. So we changed the 0 value to like 6 or something, doesn't matter. We needed to give the ball an acceleration. Now, it wasn't going to accelerate to the right. We wanted it to come to a stop. So we needed to have the acceleration in the opposite direction of motion, a negative acceleration. So we had to change this acceleration value here to a -2, or negative whatever, probably more than 2. It wouldn't have stopped otherwise. It wouldn't have too far. But a negative something, you'd play around with that, -20, 25, whatever. I don't remember exactly what it was supposed to be, but a negative something. So those two things needed to change, and then your ball should have come to a stop and then started accelerating to the left. However, it would have kept going forever. So the last thing you needed to change was the position in which you wanted the whole simulation to stop at. We wanted the ball to stop when it reached the edge of the platform. So while the ball position, in this case, this is x is less than 60, well, we don't want that because then it's just going to run forever because it's going to get more and more negative. What we wanted was while the ball position in the x direction was greater than some negative value from where it started from. Well, it initially started from -60. So if we put while the ball position is less than or greater than -60, it wouldn't have run at all because it started at -60. So what we had to do is put like 61 or maybe 60.1 or something, -60.1. That should have fixed it for you. So give that a shot just to get the rest of the assignment taken care of if you haven't done so already, just to make sure you got it going, because all that stuff will be useful for you for the next one, which will start in lesson 7 for this week. So I will introduce that to you in the next video, but there'll only be one video otherwise than just this one to run through stuff from last week. So if you have any questions about that, please email me and let me know. I'll run another Google Meet on Friday because I'm sure most of you aren't going to do this on Monday. So I'll do another one on Friday. We can meet and talk if you need to get things squared away. Just like with win periods, I'm usually a bit more helpful with my advice and hints and things for how to get things taken care of at the win periods rather than during class or whatever else. If you come in and ask for the extra help, I'm usually more generous with my hints. So anyways, go back and check that out. Make sure you got that all good for the assignment and the challenges and stuff so you can figure that out. I want you guys to be able to do this. So once again, don't get frustrated. Just keep trying other little things. If you really get stuck, please email me.